Hola, welcome back. This is Manifest with Jenny and Nutritious Lives. Please like, subscribe, and click the little bell icon so when I upload videos, they come straight to you. So I'm in Alicante City at the moment and it's very loud. I didn't realise how loud it was. However, this little mic should be muffling out a certain amount of the sound. Hopefully it does. It's slightly distracting to me. So this is the second time I've done this. I've got a bit of a sweat on, guys. I should have said, welcome back, goddess, gods and goddesses of your reality. See, all this noise is distracting me. I'm going out with SP and I shouldn't need to do this more than once, but I am. This is the second take. I wanted to just talk about positive, toxic positivity, what that means. So it came to my mind today that I hadn't covered this subject. And I believe that all the manifesting information that I give you kind of dovetails together anyway. So sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I do actually think as a title, people actually want to know a quick fix or a quick solution to the issue that they're having when it comes to their manifestation journey. And toxic positivity is definitely one of those. It's something that I've come up against a lot, really. And it took me a while to actually understand the concept of it and how to overcome it within those moments. Because manifestation, like I always say to you, yes, it is positive thinking in essence, but there's a nuance to that. There's a that we need to understand that it's not just about positivity. It's positivity in a self-soothing way where you kind of embrace the negativity almost. So toxic positivity to me and how I've experienced it. I'm going to talk to you about really in relation to SP and your SP journey because I find it so much easier to get over to you in that way. We can apply this. I always say we can make this applicable to the career, to anything that you want to manifest. But for today, I'm just going to stick on how it's applicable with SP and just find it, these analogies are easy to grasp. So I'll just give you an example. So on this holiday, me and SP, we've had a little bit of a crosswords and a little bit of uncomfortableness. Now, just to put it out there, we're in our 40s. So I know. No, you don't believe that, do you? I was angling for a compliment there, guys. But we're in our 40s. So, obviously we're not young anymore. It's kind of, midlife. I use those words quite lightly. But, I've gone through the really tempestuous stages in my life, and that's not what I want. So, obviously, with me and SP, we've come to these conclusions that that's not what we're going for. We would want to converse and, in the 3D, talk about our issues and resolve them. But we're on a night out, and it wasn't that there was a lot of alcohol or anything involved, really. We just got onto a high and deep emotion subject, and it sparked a reaction, a passion reaction, and we had to deal with it there and then. And we chose to feel in essence, to feel what it felt like, but then we chose to shut the conversation down. Now, this is where the toxic positivity comes in to manifestation. This is just one example. So, what I did was that, of course, when we have an argument with our loved one, in my case, SP, I, as a manifestor, I understand your thoughts create. So, the instant reaction is, I don't like this. I don't want to argue with SP. I feel misunderstood. I don't feel heard. And it's almost like we then start gaslighting ourselves. Now, I know these are buzzwords and I don't like to harbour on about these words, gaslighting, right? Because, you know, it can take you down a bit of a rabbit hole. But in essence, you know, for clarifications, it's almost like we gaslight ourselves and to say, oh no, I feel negative. I feel negative. What am I going to do? And the gaslighting aspect is the two hemispheres of the brain start working against each other, right? So the left side of the brain, of course, the ego side of the brain starts fighting. And we know our higher self, our right-sided brain that's connected to our higher self, to universe, to source, whatever you want to call it. It's stable. It understands that there's nothing to worry about. This is all part of the process. But our left brain gets quite worried. And in essence, this is where the gaslighting comes in. Because our left brain starts saying, oh, I don't like this now. Now I've got to be, right? Left brain's always the thinker of, oh my God, I'm going to die. So how can I get myself out of this? I shouldn't be thinking this. I shouldn't be thinking this. I should know better, right? And so this is where we tend to get a little bit confused, because the gaslighting is our brain gets confused of what's true. Where do we go? You know? And so this is where the general affirmations come back in. And I'm always talking to you about general affirmations. And the reason why I do that is because the general affirmations are the self-soothing affirmations within the moments. Those are the ones that bring you back into balance. It's not, because what we're doing is we're not trying to change those circumstances within the moments, guys. You know, I can't emphasize this enough. We're not meant to pop the pill and say, right, there we go then, it's all good. We're not going for that. We go in for self-soothing in the moment so we don't perpetuate more of what we don't want. And the problem with the toxic positivity is when we panic, we create so much energy towards that we don't want, towards the negative thought processes. So this is where I always fall back on the feeling. So what does it feel like? Forget the thoughts. The thoughts are going to be there. They're going to tell you, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh my God, what do I do? What do we do? We start gaslighting, we start getting confused. That's when we have to say, right, I've got to fall back on the feeling. What is this feeling? I feel rejected. I feel hurt. We have to somatically feel the feeling, like I'm always saying, somatically feel those feelings. You have to feel the feelings for yourself to self-soothe. This is why feeling the feeling, as well as the general affirmations, is a match made in heaven, as far as I'm concerned, because this is where I've learned that I've made the most difference, because I'm always going to have these circumstances. You're always going to have these circumstances. It's a natural byproduct of being a human. Don't fight it. Don't force any change. Sit in the feeling. Use the beautiful general affirmations. Everything works out in my favour. It's okay. So I had this, I'll end this with the circumstance without going too much into detail. I understood it didn't feel nice. We had words. It wasn't shouting. It wasn't like a big explosion. But we had words. It was uncomfortable. I don't want words with my SP. I want to just have the loving side of it, right? That's what I want. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm manifesting. But we had words and it was uncomfortable. Now, my thoughts, the feeling was it's not nice. What can I do? How can I change this? I don't like. So, guys, my alarm went off, so that stopped the bloody video. I'm back. Where was I? I think I was talking about me not wanting to have words. So I want to finish the story with telling you what I've done, because I don't want you to feel like I'm just telling you this and I'm not making it applicable to my own life. This is what I do. So I felt it. It felt uncomfortable. I felt like Jen, I was doing a bit of gaslighting, right? I didn't like it. What about the thoughts were, what about when this happens? This is going to happen now. I don't like that. So this is going to happen. I had to quash it in the moment. What does it feel like? What's the feeling? Feel heard. I don't want to be misunderstood. I felt misunderstood. That was the feeling. I felt like that I needed to prove. These were the feelings. I felt like I had to prove something, right? So I had to identify those feelings somatically, feeling that came up. Then, off the back of identifying the feeling, I was then able to say to myself, it's okay because we're in love. Everything's okay. Everything's going to work out. This is me just giving you an example of how that I dealt with it with SP in these moments, right? Because I want to get specific with you. It's okay, everything will work out. You're in love. You know what, ultimately I know what he wants, I know what I want, so it's okay, everything's going to work out. And because I self-soothed, I was able to go back home. It wasn't the best ending to the night, but in the middle of the night, we were able to show each other love and hold each other and embrace each other and say the things that allowed me to feel that I'd done what I was supposed to do. This food's just making me laugh. I did what I was supposed to do. And then it was the conclusion that I hoped for, that I was manifesting. um, and sorry, he's totally just put me off there. Of course, as you can see, we're all back to normal now. And anyway, so the point is that sometimes I want to end this with saying that sometimes there's more of an unfolding, there's more of a bridge. You can't always, understand or know when the bridge is going to unfold. We have to trust and come back to that trust of this will manifest me. I always say fall back on patience, persistence. For me, I was on holiday, so the manifestation was able to unfold exactly the way I wanted it. But the positive toxicity that I want to leave you with is that we create so much resistance around that what we actually desire that we end up pushing it away through that energy. So, I've gone around the reeking. If you don't understand anything that I've said, please reach out to me. I'm always on hand. And I can do a lot of videos off the back of this. But the main take home is we're not going to gaslight ourselves. We're not going to pretend that these circumstances didn't happen. They happened. They're there. You feel it somatically. So feel it somatically. Identify the feeling that you're feeling. Use the affirmations off the back of that. You've got to focus, guys, when it comes to manifestation. You're a master manifester, right? So it's all about changing our ways of doing things. We don't have to believe what our brain is telling us. That's the old story. You're a new now. You're a master. You're a master manifester. So use the law of assumption, the law of attraction as well. As I say, I'm a hybrid of the two to get what you want. I want this for you. I want this for me. I want this for you too. See, I'm going to get back to silly.